Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, guys.
Hello. Hello.
Okay, so traditionally let's wait for 1 more minute and let's start. Okay, I think we can start. So, hello everyone. Welcome to our 40th weekly DeFi self-governance call. So it's 40 weeks that we are running these calls without any misses, if I'm not wrong. So and that's a good stability. I would call it like this. So we have some agenda for today. So I will start from contest updates. Actually, as discussed last time, we will prolong the distributed validator Oracle contest until the end of August, because no submissions were applied, and at least with such prolongation, so we have at least 2 contestants that promised to join the contest. So that's good, and hopefully we will find someone else. Also, there are 18 days left until for submission to StTON implementation contest. There's only 1 on review. And also 19 days left for the new selection of TON DeFi jury. So if you have some good candidates for the jury, so please submit. So if you want, you can do this yourself as well. And also 50 days left until the implementation, end of the implementation stages 3 and 4 for the Ethereum-TON. I have created the prolongation proposal just few moments ago, and if there are some governance members, so please go to the proposal interface and vote for it. We need it to be approved. And for some reason, I see that the procedural remarks on contest version 2 has not passed last time, although I was sure that we collected enough votes. So I will just make some investigation and let's discuss what was wrong. So if simply someone didn't have time or there was some reason for not voting. All right, so that's it for updates. Now about good news. So we have done 2 payouts, payout for 2 contests. Actually, it was a DEX Stage 2 contest, and also the TON self-sovereign identity framework stage 1. So congrats to winners, and all the rewards are on your wallets already. Next news is about the Crystal Wallet that is used on the constellation of Broxus DeFi products. So you may have seen this big announcement. So the wallet was dramatically improved. So now it supports multi-seeds, multi-accounts, multi-keys, multi-signatures, and multi-networks. So actually, there is a multi-update. So if you didn't try it yet, so please enjoy. So we know about some minor bugs in it already, thanks to the early users. And if you find something else, so please do not hesitate to pin me and tell what you found. So we will improve it definitely the next version. Next news is about the governance to tokens. So I will be preparing the proposal for the active members who will get these tokens to vote in the governance to O interface. So you may have seen such news from different sub-governances coming from here or there. So yeah, I will just publish it soon. Next news is about the new giver address, as Nimrod Lehavi has left the DeFi sub-governance. So we finally mined the appropriate address for the DeFi giver, and it will start with DeFi, actually. So it's just a fun fact. So hopefully we will be able to migrate all the funds to a new giver, and with a new set of custodians, because in past it was really challenging to collect 5 out of 7 custodians, especially keep in mind that one of them has left us. So so do not be afraid that there will be one big chunk of money moving from the DeFi giver to a new address. So I will post the new one later here as soon as we test it, that all the custodians have access and all the keys are working. So just the final checks. All right, so that's about news. Now Sergej Shashfar here. No, he's not here yet. Just let me ping him. He wanted to tell about the Crystal Handshake program. Meanwhile, I'm pinging him. So, Alex, yes, you wanted to ask something.
What? Sorry, I missed it. What is the reason for a new giver?
In the past giver, there were 7 custodians. One of them was Nimrod Lehavi, who was included in the first set of governance members, and the signature scheme was 5 out of 7 signatures that's required to collect at least 5 people. As Nimrod has left us, so first of all, it's not secure to keep the person who is not in charge of sub-governance anymore. And we have deployed a new one with 6 remaining governance members and changed the signature scheme to 4 out of 6. So just to speed up all the payouts to winners of contests.
So in short, the reason is the initial member list change.
Yeah, so we announced about this a long time ago, but finally we managed to get it done. Simply, so too many things to be done. Okay, Sergej is with us today. So Sergej, okay, yeah, Alina, you have some question?
Yeah, I have a question about one of news. Can you please tell more about Gov2.0 tokens? Because before that, we only heard about Gov tokens from dance system, I guess.
Yeah, it's actually pretty much same thing as far as I understand. So unfortunately, Mitya is not with us today.
I am here. Yeah.
Are you here? Oh, Mitya, maybe you can just explain.
It will start from dance. It's a dance like governance tokens that can be used in SMV voting, and the SMV voting will be for dance first, as a first like test experiment and so on. But this token like maybe its uses may be extended to other, in near future to other voting proposals for stuff like that. So we're gradually like starting to roll out the governance, the BFTG, the governance to zero system, and that's the first kind of application. So I don't think we will deploy like hundreds of these governance tokens. I think that we will just add usage to these ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much.
Logically, right?
Pavel, please.
Yes, I talked with Roman, Mitya, as you proposed. They were unaware that they should do the deployment, but they promised to create an instruction by like on Monday. And yes, PubKey is enough due to reasons I explained before on the DEX call. So now, I mean, just waiting for collecting all approved list of PubKeys from sub-governance, and hopefully next week the process will start. because Jenny Makarova is on vacation, so Squad probably will be able to do it next week.
Okay. Okay. So actually, there will be not only sub-governance members or custodians, called as you wish, but also we will include and propose to include some of you as being active members of this sub-governance to receive these tokens as well. So I'm just now collecting the short list of those who will be proposed from our side. Okay, so now, Sergej, please tell us a bit more about Crystal Handshake program, because some people already have seen some years of it.
Yeah, about this program. We are starting first pool with this program now. It will be one of NFT project in Ethereum ecosystem, and also we are in group Blockchain Pro. It's one of the group who are working with DeFi Alliance and support our different PR activity. So about this program, why we launch it and how it will be work. In Ethereum ecosystem, there are a lot of different projects. It's thousands and thousands of projects who are trying to attract liquidity in Ethereum. And because very biggest competition between this project, we're moving to Polygon, to BNB, to Near, and to another project. Now at StTON, there are no any project who attract liquidity in StTON, and we will start work with projects with who have somehow hard criteria. First criteria, it should be a project who cover first round, and first round should be only with lockup and vesting period. The second condition, it should be project without any free float on market. So TON swap will be first exchange for it project. And the third condition, projects must supply liquidity in their token for pool and supply liquidity for farming. And maybe after some project 3, 5, we will change condition. We have a lot of projects with negotiation now, and we'll watch how it will be work. For their project, it's interesting because they want to start to work with StTON community. And for us, it's interesting because our community will get potential opportunity, invest to different tokens and earn money or lose money, of course. it's market
Yeah,
in their tokens. And it will be involve new project and new community to our ecosystem. And of course, when this project will involve to StTON ecosystem, we will start work with our ecosystem. For example, DARF, its first project, will launch different NFT in StTON and NFT-bridge with us. And we in these conditions in StTON, we have no risks in liquidity because we are working only with project without free float.
Okay. I actually posted the more detailed description of the program on the DeFi subgov. So please just look through the article. Some of you maybe already have seen this before. So this is actually needed to boost the number of good projects. And what Sergej didn't say is actually that all such projects will be really tightly scrutinized through the compliance part, through the due diligence part by the DeFi Alliance, and only the best of the best will be able to participate in this program. And the number of places is limited. So actually, for the coming 2 months, there are only 5 places, one of which is already occupied. So if you know such projects, you have good contacts with the founders, So please send them the link, and they can should contact us and propose the project. Yes, Ivan, please.
Yeah, Sergey, you talked about bridge, NFT bridge. Will it be two-sided bridge, or will it be like free-ton to outside bridge, or what capabilities of the bridge?
Of course, bridge it's two-side.
Yeah, that's nice. But
Unfortunately, in NFT there are a lot of different standards, and it will work with standard of their company DAF, and I think maybe it will not work with different standard now in NFT marketplace. But I think it's normal situation. Step by step, we will go to unique standards for some time.
What do you think about the TrueNFT, like Byton Labs released a few days ago?
I don't learn this standard. I work with all, not only NFT. My word is DeFi.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. By the way, I recently wrote you about Bitcoin stuff, and I added you.
Yes. Let's go.
Chat.
Let's start to chat with them today.
Okay.
Because Bitcoin is very interesting project.
Which one?
Gitcoin.
Gitcoin, you mean? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cool guys. All right, so let's move on. Guys from Svoi.dev team kindly prepare the draft for the third stage of the TON DEX implementation contest. So Alina, maybe you can just say a few words about this.
Yes, sure. As we discussed before on the previous weekly call, we prepared a document which states the terms for final third stage of implementation of the DEX, and we tagged all the participants from previous stage. I again tagged the post so everybody can check it out again who didn't see it. Yeah, there are some organizational moments like usual, and there are parts like general requirements, what must include application and criteria, evaluation and hard and soft criteria, and also artifacts. There are, it looks like a lot of information, but we try to be more specific, and we also try to use some phrases to make it possible to meet the criteria for any kind of architecture. So yeah, we'll be happy if everybody can enjoy the document, and we can put it for voting very soon, like this week before the next weekly call. Yeah, I tag everybody again. I don't see the point to read the whole document and waste everybody's time right now.
Absolutely. So everyone can open the Google Doc and have a look on their own.
Yeah, just to make it more noticeable here on the call.
Absolutely. I will just pin it.
Does it exist in the forum?
Not yet, because we have not that many participants and do not to make it more clear to publish on the forum, but it's not a problem. We can put it. It doesn't take much time.
Yeah, please put it onto the forum. Just it's a good way to discuss it.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Okay, very good. Yeah, Anzor, please. Anzor?
Yeah, hello everyone. So do we discuss some minor detail or, well, major details from there now? Do we have like a few minutes to maybe?
Yeah, we can, but I doubt that everyone has already deeply learned it, and maybe it's worth to draw attention to this and discuss in details next time. So as you wish, up to you. So
Yeah, just some minor things, and well, I actually expected people to have already seen it. So yeah, maybe I'll explain. It's not really some complicated stuff. So there's the general requirement about the yield farming. So it says like this: contracts and methods for maintaining, like, so a general requirement for the DEX solution: contracts and methods for maintaining liquidity and users, which includes yield farming, remuneration for market making, and other ways of maintaining. So yeah, I was thinking, is this should this be a general requirement for the future products like DEXs? Well, since you guys have yield farming already in your product in Broxus exchange, and I believe it's open source. So is there any sense to develop this stuff if there's already a solution like that? Or maybe it's easier to include the open source if it's needed in those DEXs later on. If maybe it should be included, maybe well, converted from your.
That's clear, yeah.
Yeah. Should it be there, or what do you guys think?
Alina, maybe you?
Yeah, we just probably I cannot tell you like right now because we were looking at our own project first, and we were thinking we had like purpose of finalizing project and make it like working by itself in the future and be able to work effectively. So yeah, we added yield farming, but we can think about this question, and we of course we can discuss it and take into account different small things which can be which can still take time to implement open source code into our project. Or maybe somebody else has also opinion on that.
Yeah, I just think that it will be something like including an already complete part, like, I don't know, like developing a governance mechanism that is already developed in TON ecosystem. So why would we want to like spend all the team's time on developing something that is already working in other solution in TON ecosystem? I'm not sure if Broxus's yield farming stuff is open sourch. I'm pretty sure.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
it
well,
is.
since it's open source, I thought that maybe it's like not very
maybe
we cannot tell from scratch if it's compatible with our system, but we have to check that. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Another thing is I've noticed in some parts of it. I'm not sure if the proposal will be included in both language variants in the like on the forum and in the to the voting, but there's some parts in there that I've noticed maybe are not very good translation. About there was a part about making the most out of fees and
most of the commissions and storage fees.
Yeah, I believe what it meant, what it was meant to be, is making effective use of the well, fees collection mechanism and stuff like that. So maybe double check that translation, because in Russian it says clear.
By now, document is open for comments, so you can leave the comments in any part of it. And this is why we wanted to put it in the chat before put it on the forum. Yeah, but we'll do it today anyway.
Okay, yeah, and well, last but not least, I wanted to ask everyone if you guys think that the current system for evaluation is fine. I mean that it's not formal or that it's not like standardized, because we have in both the previous contests and in this one we have hard criteria and soft criteria, which could be probably easily translated into a sort of like a standardized system to maybe help judges to help judges have a standardized framework to objectively judge every solution and to have like a set of scores that can be then translated into a single score that we have in the governance right now. So what do you guys think? If should we think about well, maybe standardizing the evaluation process, or is it okay as it is right now?
Good idea.
I don't. To be honest, sorry, Vladislav.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, I just communicate with some other sub-governance, and yeah, some of them, they really do already have this thing, and they put scores according to each criteria, for example, minimum and maximum, and they put some score, and they still leave some points for personal subjective points from jurors. Yeah, I don't know. I just didn't feel any problems with the scores we have now. But if jurors have some troubles with the evaluation, probably yes. I don't think it's a problem for us.
Yeah, Alexei, I think, had some more comments on that. If I'm right, yeah.
He just said it's a good idea.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea because it's one of the way to make more clear the assessments of the different submissions, and it will give more like understanding for participants why did they get such marks, and make whole process more clear and transparent. So I completely support this.
It's on one side, it's a good approach actually to make kind of recommended assessment framework. Yes, so what jurors should look like, what should look at when checking the solution. But on the other side, I don't think that including this in the contest criteria is a good idea actually, because in this way you are removing the how to put it, I don't know.
We are removing subjective part of the judgment.
Not subjective. I mean that some judges can use their own criteria system to assess this or that work, and if they can explain why they put this mark. So what's the reason to impose some different system to them? Because this was in the very heart of TON, actually, to let judges their own decision, make their own decision. And of course, we can recommend, but we cannot insist.
Of course, we can insist, and we should insist, because
no.
Remember, it's just a function. It's a function when we get entrance for a contest description and submissions, and the result of this function is a mark for particular submission.
Exactly.
And this function should be repeatable and should be reproducible. So in the
Alex, we talked with you about this several times already. So let's just stop it here. So people are not robots. No, Alex, people are not robots. And everyone has their own grounds and has their own set of criteria. So
exactly.
we have people. Alex, sorry, let me interrupt you. So we have jury with different competencies and skills. So we have good economists among us, and we have good programmers among us, and they judge from their standpoint. so programmers judge from the technical standpoint, and economists judge from the financial flow standpoints and the user convenience and so on and so forth.
This is exactly what I'm talking about.
You can recommend,
It's wrong.
Alex, sorry, you can recommend certain approaches, but it's always up to jurors to decide on the final score. So, and you cannot prohibit this or insist this or that approach as ultimately and truth one. So otherwise we will get all this shit that is happening in some sub governance and in with all these gift cards, so and so on and so forth. I can remember several contests when they tried to impose such system, and in the end it just masked the inefficiency of jurors. So and just served for the specific submissions. So I don't want to see it here. So sorry.
Yeah, I don't want to see it here either, like the method that we have now, when one jury member is assessing one completely undescribable and completely absent point from the contest description, and other jury member assess some other side of the solution. And in this case, the result is not connected to the submission itself. It's connected, for example, if you have more jury members like from user interface or more developers. This is completely
That's why
math.
we should have a balanced jury, actually. So we should have some representatives having a good technical skills and some other representatives having some financial skills, and we should have a significant number of such jurors. That's why there is a contest already running for recruiting additional jurors here.
And if we allow every jury to use their own scale, why do we need this contest description at all? Why do we bother to
jurors should look at what should be delivered in the contest, and not the contest should not regulate on how they judge. These are two different topics.
Yeah, this is what we are missing here.
No, it's not something missing. So actually, we have a procedure on how to calculate the result price places, actually, that for some reason has failed in the interface, and I will check this. Why was the reason, although everyone supported it? There's you can choose between different types of calculation methodics on winner's side. So it can be strict, loose, or default mode. I explained this last time. So what was all of this about? But there should never be the direct indication to jurors on how to judge, because in this case we don't need jurors.
Actually, yeah, in ideal situation we don't need. If we have a very intelligent computer, we could replace. Remember,
in some distant future, probably we will have it. But right now, there are people with different skills who are assessing complex technical and financial works. So, and that's really will demotivate, first of all, them. Because they do not get such high rewards yet to serve such simple functions. You can easily recruit several people who will just scan and just put marks. So, and this will remove the whole sense of judging by independent community.
Yeah, because of this, I am saying that all jury members should have the same scale, same criteria.
You can recommend, but you cannot insist. So it's up to you to propose it to jurors, and they can use or cannot use your proposed scale. But if it's helpful for them, so if it's fair in their eyes, so it's okay. But it should not be a condition in the contest.
You are scaring us with the situation that we have now. Right now, we have a very dismotivated contest when every jury assessed it by his own criteria, unknown criteria, very different criteria. that we have now. This all very dismotivated for participants. This is a problem which we should solve.
Come on, guys. All jurors are known. If you have some questions to jurors, so please go and ask. It's not only on the other side when jurors should go and ask participants, but it's absolutely symmetrical. If you have some questions to jurors, so just go and ask. Come on, and just let's stop this discussion because it's not fruitful at all. There will be no direct indication on how to judge because it's simply will ruin the motivation of jurors and their proficiency. Because nobody knows if this proposed assessment scheme is ideal or not. It's only the well, let's call it the market can show it over the time.
This is unprovable statement. Sorry.
Yeah, pretty much as assessment scale.
Can I say hi, guys? Excuse me for interrupting, but I have a few words to add. I think there is no, in fact, contradiction because it's that's right that contest proposal should not have any rules and indication of how to judge, but we have very complex contests, and there are many hard criteria and soft criteria inside the contest proposal, and that criteria are already indicators of how to measure, how to judge.
Not how, but what to judge.
What? Okay.
There are two different topics again.
What to judge, right? You're right. But every point from the contest proposal should be taken into account. I think we understand this. Everybody understands this. So as I understand, the proposed scheme is just a formalization of the scoring, not a measure to point to judge to make his decision somehow. It's just a formalization to make the judging clearer, and the votes will be made more transparent. Will be more transparent. It's like a scoring card, which used in many places, many years.
The issue here is that you intentionally frame and limit the extent to which jurors can judge, and areas. No, exactly so. So that's why I'm against this, because you directly indicate that you should have this area, and this area, and you should put scores like this. So this just seems very good, but in fact, what it does, it restricts jurors to certain judging behavior. And if they, for example, see that, for example, you have a good work, but it has some drawbacks, but in overall, this work deserves the first place. But due to this framework, this work gets low score. And we are here not to just to run contests for the sake of contest. We are here to build the excellent DeFi ecosystem.
Yes, Vladislav.
that will attract users, and that will actually create such good products. And framing the judges' decisions is a bad precedent.
Okay, I understand you. I'm just thinking about the formalization of the criteria written in the contest proposal. But if you think that every judge can bring some his own opinion, and that opinion should have an ability to prevail over the technical requirements, I understand you. But
not exactly. They look. There are hard criteria that should be met by the contest. But how to interpret the level to which these criteria are met, it should be up to a juror. Because if it's written in hard criteria that you should put a smiling face on the page, You can just take the first shitty smiley from the internet and put it there, or draw it by your hand and make it organically integrated into the page. Both of them are technically met requirements. And if you directly indicate that, you should indicate binary, for example, that yes. It's met or not. Yeah, so it's not working like this. And believe me, there are hundreds of different criteria in a juror's mind when he's assessing this work. He's comparing different solutions with each other. And that's why I'm saying it's not prohibited to recommend some approaches. And I believe that over the time, so we will get some kind of good practice.
Yes, but I think that we can somehow join two approaches because the proposed approach makes much more transparency to some of those.
I am absolutely for the transparency. Don't get me wrong. Okay. I'm just against the tighten the hands of each participant of this process.
Yes, of course. We should we should leave the ability for judges to make their own decision and make the remark and comments if they think, for example, that some solution will not work in real life. I understand.
Absolutely.
And I think that we should postpone this very complex question to the next meeting or so, and think about how we can improve, really improve, and make a step forward, in fact.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Anzor, you had something to say?
Yeah, well, pretty much everything I wanted to say has been said by you guys. But yeah, I okay. think that we can easily combine two approaches to leave some space for interpretation for each juror individually, and also give them a framework. And also the reason I wanted to propose this is that I've seen that it was really hard for judges because of many different contests that were overlapping, and they really had very small amount of time, well, very little time to assess everything, and the solutions are really complex. So if there's some sort of like a framework that allows them to get basic understanding of the hard criteria and of how hard and soft criteria are met, and then also add some subjective opinion from them, maybe it will be easier and faster for them, and less complex for them and less overwhelming for them to.
No. Again, you can always recommend and propose some good approaches. So I'm not against this. Again, don't get me wrong. I'm against imposing some approaches because it takes out creativity and freedom of jurors. So that's it. Okay, so sorry guys, I have to interrupt this discussion because we have one more topic to discuss. Sorry, thank you Azor, thank you guys for your opinions. They're really valuable. And it's not an easy question, by the way.
Yeah.
So,
can we leave it for the next time then, I guess?
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. I will just schedule some time to discuss this next time. So we have the discussion on the self-sovereign identity by Vladimir. So he has raised his hand already. So we have 15 minutes yet.
Yeah, thank you. By the way, I raised hands to how to say, to support that Anzor said about the previous tough topic, and for sure 100% agree that we start to think and start to implement dividing to the two group of evaluation stuff, something formal one and informal one. And by the way, the hard criteria and soft criteria is first step to do that. For sure, there is a very complicated question how to make a matrix of supposed scales or marks for some hard criteria. But anyway, it should be done somehow. Where it should be applicable, it should be. Where is not, we can discuss or can think about it. Okay.
Or maybe
yep.
SSI will be a solution.
Sure. Maybe. By the way, yes. By the way, yes, and I will try to talk it shortly right now. So about the SSI, the self-sovereign identification, we have 4 submission, and the voting is finished. What I'm going to do until next call, until next Thursday, is to connect all of that submittants and all that authors, and talk shortly with them about how they intend to continue this activity or not. Are they capable, have resources, or need some resources? Because I'm deeply involved in this subject for last months, and meanwhile I'm started to outline the next phase, development phase contest, where's the smart contracts, where's the toolkit or SDK, let's say, for working with DID, what means digital identities, distributed identities in documents, verified credentials for TON blockchain, for free TON, I mean. And I know that one of the team already requested to talk with someone with the free TON community to outline not MVP, but let's say the working prototype, how SSI should help to work with the community reputation, I mean the forum mostly, and I'm offered to work or to play with the jurors, probably the governance and sub-governance members, I mean anonymous or pseudonymous credentials. And on the next call, I'm going to present what I learned from the teams, and probably it should be draft published to discuss for technical developments phase. So I'm very excited on it, and I strongly believe that for reputation we can start on the real implementation of SSI on our blockchain and community. That's it. Okay,
thank you, Vladimir. I'm actually looking from you and other participants of the first stage of the contest the roadmap for implementation, because SSI is far more complex than it seems on the first sight, and
exactly.
It's I'm not sure that we already have all the functional elements ready in FreeTON for now, so I may be wrong. Hopefully, I'm wrong.
It should be 2 or 3 weeks later, and I will request our gurus in core FreeTON to discuss it with, because we already have some technical guys who are asking me, but it's out of my knowledge to discuss on the appropriate level. So I will ask the Broxus, or probably Mitya will advise some people to short consultant or even the workshop to advise how to and where to look, let's say, because we know it on the application level, and we know it on the, let's say, SSI level, and the but we need to go deeply on the level of the core, or level of the working with the blockchain.
Okay, but I just wanted to say that despite that we may not have already some blocks needed for SSI to function well, we at least can outline the way to go. So, and try to split it in some stages that will just
with deliverables
cope with 2 months period stage per stage.
Good.
I think.
Good. Yeah, there is a TON DID, TON distributed decentralized ID methods implementation. It's very good and enough deliverables for first stage. For the next stage.
Okay, very good.
By the way, I would like to add here that the very important is to not developing some solution inside a vacuum, but practical kind of use case, so introduce some use case just as soon as possible, not just kind of protocol which is not used anywhere.
Exactly. Let's do that in the parallel. I mean, the use case of the TON community reputation is #1, and the jurors and government members reputation and activity tracking is #2, and for sure.
DAO systems, by the way.
Yep. and our system is number 3 for sure, because I know the requests. Yeah. In this case, we need to do some customer developments with Broxus, let's say, for DAO, because I know it's a hot topic in end of the summer, and for jurors in DeFi SubGov, at least, as we heard a few minutes ago as well.
Yeah, it's not only for the SubGov, it's actually as we are moving towards creating the independent groups of proficient jurors for different with different skills. So I think the SSI will fit there very well. So
just because from developer, I'm sorry, from developer standpoint, the SSI is just 3 letters.
Just
like,
what?
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah,
can
kind
you
of.
Repeat? Ivan, can you repeat this? Just
what? Yeah. I just want to say that from developer standpoint, kind of, which is kind of not
right.
into not really into business kind of stuff. It's the SSI concept is just the 3 letters, and it just about some identity stuff.
You mean just an acronym about something, some subject, right? In identification.
Yeah, and nothing more. So
I see.
Yeah,
I see. Okay, and that's why you're asking about the use case and what's the real implementation can be, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yes. Because I understand, like I can, like maybe have some thoughts about kind of I'm receiving some achievement here, and then I can disclose this information to another application and have some benefits inside it. But kind of it's not really formal.
yeah. From the end user perspective, it's looking like you said, for sure. But for the developers, it's completely different angle. But for the issuer and verifier, right? There are different roles. Okay, we can discuss it later because it's very, very important to educate people about the real implementation. That's so. And Vlad, I wanted not about only the jurors, but about the Free-TON forum as well, because I see that huge flux about it. Who the guy who is very deeply involved in all this buzz? It's a Roman D or not, or probably Ron. Who I need to talk with?
I think Roman D is the right person because he I think has the most knowledge about the community of Free-TON. I also wanted to add about the use case of SSI is actually current implementation of self-sovereign identity is actually the basic infrastructure layer. So if you remember, we discussed already on some previous calls that right now we are still building the basics. So these basics are needed to let us create some more higher level solutions, like for example uncollateralized credits, so that require some scoring models, that require some better knowledge about the person and making sure that this person has a traction on his history, and for example, if we would like to develop some e-commerce stuff on Free-TON that will be purely web-free, like Mittel likes to say. So there may be a need to check some information about the customer, like I don't know, if he meets certain age criteria, he can buy. I'm just imagining he can buy some beers online, but the website needs to check if he has 18 years already. And with SSI frameworks, the website can check this information without disclosing the real identity of the person.
For sure.
And this is the whole reason behind.
Yeah, there is a zero knowledge proof. It's working up there as well, for sure. And we can mention it in the request of the next phase. But for sure, in case you said that the website is the verifier, he able to verify or can bring the role of issuer. Let's say it may be useful for DAO implementation of DAO use cases. Okay,
Yeah.
I will try. I will try to draft it and put it on the forum to discussion group as well.
Yeah. Just one more thing I want to say that if you track some political news, so you may have heard that European Union adopted a new resolution that actually implements SSI in place. And
sure. There is a standard up there. I have the documents. Yeah,
absolutely. Yes. As of now,
and more than that, one Estonian company contact us and who have integration with that European standard. We have the backend, the classical one, completely nothing to do with blockchain at the moment, but they contacted us in Dubai in the last events, and we shortly spoke with them about how to combine with the free TON activities with the standard implementation with European. It should be very interesting, as well as Estonia is a part of the European Union, and probably we can find some use case or prototyping there.
I just wanted to say that this is a good opportunity for FreeTON to become to find some application not only for financial purposes. And if FreeTON becomes the blockchain that is used by governments for just SSI purposes, so I think it will be a huge win for the whole blockchain, for all of the ecosystem. And speaking about Estonia, that's actually not maybe everyone knows this, but Estonia is one of the purely digital countries. And besides the fact that you can open cryptocurrency company there, that everybody knows, it actually implemented the digital nomad program that allows to almost everyone from around the world to open a company in Estonia with getting just the electronic key named e-residency, and you can manage all your company and all your needs with this digital key, which is in fact is a part of the SSI framework. So so this is just some thoughts about
another one good use case. It's the crypto developer, let's say, or blockchain developer. Most of them, or not most, but number of them, they do not disclose the real identities. There is a reason, because they have some enough money in crypto and they trying to keep the anonymity and so on. But the one of the submittants, it's the submission number one, it's StTON. He's bring this idea and say, let's talk about that, because the number of people who are developing in Ethereum, let's say, and we should convert it into the religion of the free TON, let's say. But let's start the platform to attract them. But it's for sure it should blockchain agnostic. I mean that stuff of end user portal and so on. But another one good use case. So to disclose the track records, the CV, etc. But never mind, it's a little bit later in the prototyping in August or something. Now it's the phase to develop the methods to create resolution and deactivate the DeFi from the blockchain.
Okay, so our time is over, actually. So I'm really thankful to everyone who participated in the discussion. Although we may not agree on certain points, so it's good to hear different opinions. And let's continue this next time. So when we will specifically allocate time for this. I just wanted to wish you a nice weekend and talk to you in a week.
Thank you.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.